Give me a thumbs up if you're camera shy. Give me a thumbs up if you feel you're absolutely super scared about creating video content for your students, for your clients, for your marketing strategies. How many of us are very aware and very afraid to even create content for the Pilates business? Well guys, in this video we're going to be giving you some super tips to create some awesome Pilates content without having to be in front of the camera. Yes! Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Anita Horry, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Pilates video content. How are we going to create some awesome content without having to be seen in front of the camera? Yes, it is possible. You'd say, but I need to be practicing. I need to show people how to do the exercise. Absolute bull. We are going to be creating some amazing video content for your Pilates business. In today's day and age, video content is the one that works the most. It is the one that tops the list of whatever advertising strategies you have. You need to create video content. Now, whether you're an experienced teacher or you're just a beginner teacher that you want to create more content to be able to improve your Pilates business, to put your brand out there, you are going to find some incredible, valuable information for your Pilates business. And I'm super excited to be sharing that with you. And we're going to be covering the equipment that you need and also the kind of permissions that you need from people to be able to create this content and to share it out there, to be using it as a promotional material for your business. And if you like the video so far, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell, guys, so that you get notified every time I upload a video online. But let's now get started, because this is what you're here for. So let's look at the equipment that we need to create our videos. A smartphone is absolutely enough. So the first thing you need is a phone. You don't need any fancy cameras, just a really decent smartphone with good video recording capabilities. The next thing that you need is a tripod or a camera stand so that it stabilizes your video. It creates much better content, and you just sit the phone inside the tripod and place it in a position at a distance where it still records, and if you need to record your voice is still heard. Now, if you are super camera shy and you don't want to be speaking to the video, then there's no need for a microphone. The microphone is only needed if you are going to be speaking directly to your camera, and to be honest, in some instances you don't even need that. I, as you can see, don't need any microphones for my videos. I don't use them. Maybe my acoustics are not that great, but my main purpose is that you get my message clear. I don't intend to create super perfect videos, because then I will never get my videos out there, right? So if you are intending to create videos when you are exercising and you're showing people exercises, what you can do is actually do a voiceover. So you don't even need to speak. You don't need the microphone. And if you are doing exercises and you are speaking, sometimes the audio is not that great because a microphone in movement doesn't always capture the right tonality of the voice. In saying that, if you're camera shy, you don't need to know any of that. And this is where my super tips are going to be very helpful for you. And the last thing that you need as far as video recording equipment is concerned is going to be really good lighting. So it depends really where you are, and it depends on whether you've got good lighting in your Pilates studio. But if you have the white lighting, it's much better than the yellow lighting. It creates clearer vision and people will be able to follow your videos well. Now, the purpose of this video today is for you to create content as promotional material. So we're talking reels and we're talking videos, any video promotional material that you want to be doing for your studio. Okay, now let's move on to tip number 2, and that's going to be setting videos. What kind of video content should I be doing for my promotional material? Especially if you are video shy, camera shy, you don't want to be sitting in front of a camera and talk to the camera like I'm doing right now. You can create content by recording videos of your clients working out and you teaching your clients, or maybe having other teachers teach at your studio in front of the camera. Yes, you do need permissions for this. So before you hit that record button in your camera, you're going to need to ask for permissions. You need for permissions from anybody that's going to be shown in the video. So if it's going to be your clients, any teachers, or anybody else that's going to be in your videos, make sure that you have got proper documentation to get permissions and following any GDPR rules that you might need to follow for your Pilates studio. You know, most clients might be very willing to participate, and some might even be very happy to show their progress and to share their progress with their community. So now let's have a look at what kind of content you're going to be creating and how you're going to be taking it. So let's look at first doing recordings of Pilates sessions that you're doing. How do we do that? Simply placing your phone in the stand, in a corner, in your room, in your studio, and having good lighting, just letting the recording run, and you go there and teach. Make sure that the camera is placed at an angle where you're able to catch everybody. And if you are giving a private session, make sure that the angle of the camera is not so close to the client that they feel that they're super uncomfortable about the camera being so close to them. You know, some people might say, oh, this isn't my best angle, my fat in my arms is showing, my fat in my belly is showing, I don't want to be seen like that. So have it at an angle, and I would recommend about 2 to 3 meters away from the piece of apparatus that you're working on. Now, if you are giving the client a full studio session and you are moving in the studio from one place to another, I wouldn't recommend that you keep moving the camera around. So be specific in the times that you want to be doing your videos. And I would just sit the camera in a place where it's strategically placed, that's not going to bother the session, is not going to bother the client, and is going to be at an angle which is going to catch the most essential pieces that you want to be able to be showcased in your promotional material. Now, you don't need to be publishing the whole recording of your session, but having a whole recording of your session is really going to help you create tons of videos and video ideas. And when you send that to your video editor to start creating your reels and to start creating your videos, they're really going to have so much fun because they can pick and choose whichever part of the videos they want to generate the content that is going to be more relevant for the particular topic that you want to be talking about. Okay, so now let's talk about the purpose of the content and the position of the camera and how you set the camera. You know that reels need to be taken with the phone in a vertical position. So ideally, if you intend to create reels, make sure that your phone is placed in a vertical position all the time. And short videos, the same thing. If you intend to create longer generated videos that you want to be placing on social media, then if you're going to look at Facebook videos or maybe even YouTube videos, then you need to make sure that the screen is in a horizontal position. And the distinction between the two is very important, because otherwise your video creation is not going to be as efficient, as effective. So what I don't want you to do is having to worry about what content you're going to be giving to your clients, what kind of exercises you're going to be giving to your clients in order to create these amazing videos. No. All you need to do is just place your camera and your tripod in a space which is not going to be hindering anybody, and just run your class. And run your class like nobody's watching, because that is the most authentic and the most amazing way that you're going to create content. You're not going to be faking anything, you're not going to be forcing anything or anybody to do anything. And you know, quite frankly, if the client doesn't manage to do the exercise well, you just ask your video editor not to use that content. That's all. Let's jump straight into content ideas. So what kind of content can we create? So you've got your video running in the background while you're giving exercises, right? That's absolutely fine. You don't need to be in front of the camera. You could be just behind the scenes. You could be giving the cues to the client. You could be maybe giving a tactile cue. Then once you've created these videos, you can just send them to your video editor, and you can start giving them guidance onto what content you can generate. So here are my top tips for the best videos to be able to create with the content that you've generated from people exercising at your studio. The first one is apparatus focus. So you could just specifically create content on one piece of apparatus. Say, for example, you want to choose the Cadillac or you want to choose the Reformer, and give snippets of different videos, different students, different times of people working out on the Reformer. Here, you don't need to be seen, or you can maybe just be seen by spotting the clients or maybe giving specific cues and maybe moving around the class. And just creating content for that particular piece of apparatus is going to create awareness about what benefits working on that piece of apparatus is going to have to the community. Trust me, videos with real people inside them work so much better than just having the stock videos or just an empty studio with a piece of apparatus, because that doesn't create that personal touch to somebody who's really looking to come and join sessions, but maybe they're shy or they are feeling overwhelmed about joining. But if they see real people working out and real people in a studio, they could say, I can do that. If they can do that, I can do that. So there's a lot more genuinity in the work that you're creating, in the content that you're creating. And another tip of creating content for perhaps the most unconventional pieces of apparatus and Pilates is creating awareness and brand awareness. Say, for example, you use the beanbag to strengthen the wrists and you're doing exercises with the simple beanbag. Well, it's not so simple. If you know what the beanbag is, you know that it's not so easy. However, this is something that we can help with people who have got weak wrists. So creating that content, generating awareness, then you're creating another type of following from your community. So people who are maybe on the fence and they know that they've got weak wrists and that maybe their weak wrists are creating problems in their life will say, well, this is another place, this is another thing that I can try. These people know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about. So that awareness in your community is going to just shoot your business up the scale in branding, in credibility, in client awareness. The next purpose for your videos could be done for special populations. So for example, you want to be targeting the prenatal mothers or the elder people or the teenagers, or maybe you're looking at people who have got scoliosis or people with hyperlordotic backs. Just getting snippets of these videos and generating content that's going to be specific to that population is going to be so much more powerful and so much more effective when you are trying to attract these kind of populations to your studio. So having somebody who's pregnant at your classes and seeing them work out and seeing their progress and seeing that they're actually comfortable in working out on these amazing pieces of apparatus is going to create so much more awareness, so much more credibility in you and your studio. Next idea for your content material is going to be teaching group classes. So if you are a group teacher, and remember that group class teaching is not the same as teaching private sessions. You need so much more capability, so much more technique to be able to handle the group, especially if we're talking about apparatus. Teaching people in a group setting is way harder than teaching a private or even teaching groups in a mat situation. So if you know that you are wanting to create more awareness about group sessions and for people to see how you're able to control the group, how you're able to create that community, how you're able to give that individualized attention even to those people who come to your group sessions, is going to show your community your level of expertise. Is going to show your community that you are the real deal, that you know what you're talking about. And that is going to shoot you right up the scale when it comes to your competition and whoever else is creating sessions, giving sessions in your area. So those are the ideas for the videos that you can create from just having a camera sitting in your studio as you are giving sessions. But I don't want to stop there. I want to give you 2 extra ideas to create amazing content, to generate that brand awareness and to create that excitement within your community. The first one is online videos. So if you are a teacher that teaches online, again, with the permission of your clients, go ahead and just record yourself giving a session online, and see how you're communicating with the client. And here I would suggest that you have the audio on and you behind the camera, you behind the screen. Maybe you do it on your laptop while you're recording yourself on your phone, and with your client in their home on their practice. And this is what's the most amazing thing. You know, I know that most of my clients don't have access to all the apparatus, which is a shame, but you know, apparatus is expensive. So what do? I get creative, and I get super creative with my clients. I'm still teaching Pilates, and I'm teaching Pilates on whatever props they have at home. So in this case, I've got a client in Australia who has no access to any of the spine correctors, any of the small barrels. She's got one chair at home. She doesn't have a reformer, but we do reformer sessions on the mat. And what she's done is she's gone to Kmart. She's bought some funky, very colorful children's toys, gym toys, and we've been using them as a Pilates small barrel, as a spine corrector, and we've been able to create amazing sessions with these pieces of apparatus. So actually creating this video content and then showcasing it to your community, then they'll know that, hell, I'm not going to have boring mat classes with my teacher. She's going to be so creative that we're going to be having so much more fun with other pieces of maybe non-Pilates apparatus, but we're still going to be managing to do Pilates. And this is where your creative genius starts to shine. This is where people will love you more for your ability to change a session to suit their needs. And the next piece of video content that I really recommend you use, especially to create that brand awareness in your community, is creating behind the scenes videos. Again, you don't need to be in front of the camera here. You can just showcase your videos on your studio. So if you're looking at maybe drilling the walls and making sure that, you know, you're setting your apparatus, or even putting your apparatus together, whatever that might be, create the excitement, create the awareness so that your community knows what's going on, and they're going to be super excited about coming and working out in your studio. So there you have it, guys. The world of video content has endless opportunities. You know, there are so many ways and so many ideas that you can still create video content for your business without being in front of the camera. The more creative and diverse your content is, the more interest it's going to generate. And don't get me wrong, don't expect to get millions of followers after the first video. It is a long-term process. But the ideas that I gave you today are going to help you create content without having to get super stressed about it, having to make it perfect, having to make it all nice and shiny, because at the end of the day, the world wants reality. The world wants people, real people in front of the videos. They want real situations, real experiences. And that's where your credibility, your trust, and your awareness is just going to explode. So Pilates instructors, just get out there and start creating this amazing content now. There's no excuse. You know, you can get your tripods for 20 bucks from Amazon. It's really not that expensive to start your video creation. Remember to get your client's permission. This is super, 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 super important from anybody. If it's your clients, if it's another teacher, if it's anybody else that's going to be seen in the video, make sure that you get their permission first. And make sure that you keep your cameras rolling. Remember, video content is the way to create brand awareness nowadays. There's absolutely nothing else that's going to beat it. And if you want to do lives, that's going to be super amazing as well. But hey, let's just stick to just pre-recorded videos, edited videos. We're okay with that. The community still wants that, okay? And if you want to learn a little bit more about how you can improve your business, how you can really super solidify your business, to have a brand, to have a standing in your community, I'm your girl, guys. I have been in the industry for so many years. I have got teacher training programs, I do retreats, I am a business coach, and the most important thing is that I love my community, and all my life is dedicated around Pilates. And if you're like me, and if you feel that we connect, reach out to me. You can get a free discovery call and join me so that we can find out whether we can work together, where I can be of service to you, because at the end of the day, that's what I want to be doing. I want to make sure that I help you increase your standing, increase your business, increase your work-life balance, and give you the opportunity to shine in the world of Pilates. If you like the video, hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video online. Until my next video, guys, goodbye.